Today we're back inside of Diablo Immortal, giving you a tier list ranking all of the legendary gems available. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel. And lately you guys have been asking a lot, specifically on my live streams, to give you an inside look and my opinions on the legendary gems available inside of the game. There are a bunch of them and I'm going to be breaking them all down for you right here today. Now, the first gem we're going to look at today is Power and Command, which you can actually get at level 40 for free on the free top tier of the Battle Pass. So you're getting a really nice gem just from participating inside of the game, just from playing without even spending $1. Now, just for reference, guys, as I go through these, all of the gems are going to have some things in common, so I'm not going to read everything word for word. For example, gaining 40 to 50% of the socketed item's base attribute. That's the same for all gems. Also, 1-star attributes, additional attributes unlock at 2, and the 10% increased chance of finding magic items. That's the same for all the gems we're going to look at, so I'm going to ignore them and focus more on the second bullet point and, of course, the information inside the eyeball. And before we get into it, I want to remind you, these are my opinions on the gems. No fact, all opinion. The first gem we're looking at is Power and Command. Power and Command alternate states every 9 seconds. Power increases your primary attack damage by 7.5%. Command increases all other skill damage by 7.5%. Now, looking at the eyeball, star count 1 through 3, dropped and crafted legendary gems have additional random star count. You have 15% chance to dispel a negative effect on each time Power and Command states alternative, unlocks at 2 stars. You have a 30% chance to dispel a negative effect on you each time Power and Command states alternative, unlocks at 3 stars. So guys, I really do like gems that are going to give you additional attack damage. Whenever you could add more power to yourself via any legendary gems, gear, or weapons, I'm a fan of it. That's just me personal. So with that being said, I'm going to give Power and Command an S tier. The Hunger, heal 5% plus 60 life each time you kill an enemy. Increase your attack speed by 3% for 3 seconds after defeating an enemy. That unlocks at 2 stars, and increases your attack speed by 6% for 3 seconds, unlocking at 3 stars. Guys, I have fallen in love with this gem. The Hunger, when you could get health from doing damage, plus then you're going to be getting that attack speed as well, it is just a beautiful thing. Now, this gem has captured my heart, and it has now earned a spot as an S tier. Battleguard reduces all damage you take from enemies within 3 yards of you by 6%. You move unhindered through enemies while your life is below 30%, unlocking at 2 stars. And you move unhindered through enemies while your life is below 60%, unlocking at 3 stars. Now, this gem really determines on a class that you're playing because the distance it takes for you to actually have it come into effect. If you're using a wizard or a demon hunter and you're usually at range, this gem is not going to do too much for you besides the moving unhindered part of it. This is more built for tanks such as the monk, the crusader, the demon hunter, where you're up there in melee combat doing battle. That's going to give you the benefit because most of the battles you're taking part in, you are within that 3-yard range, so you're going to be able to gain the 60%. Plus, being unhindered means you're going to be able to run through people without getting stuck as often. This gem is really good, but not one of the best because it's kind of class specific. We're going to give Battleguard a B. Next up is Lightning Core. Your attacks have a 10% chance to call Chain Lightning Inflict 60% plus 729 additional damage to all enemies near the target. You cannot incur more often than every 15 seconds. Unlocking at 2 stars, it increases all damage you deal by 3% for 3 seconds after calling Chain Lightning. Unlocking at 3 stars increases all damage you deal by 6% for 3 seconds after calling Chain Lightning. So you guys know I like gems that are going to offer more damage, and Lightning Core does do that. It also seems that Lightning Core is one of the more commonly seen legendary gems inside of Diablo Immortal. We're going to go ahead and give Lightning Core an A. Bloody Reach increases all damage you deal by 1.5% for every 2 yards between you and the enemy hit. Maximum increase of 6% at 8 yards. Unlocking at 2 stars, your attacks have a chance to reduce enemy attack and movement speeds by 15% for 2 seconds. At 3 stars, your attacks have a chance to reduce enemy attack and movement speeds by 30% for 2 seconds. So Bloody Reach is basically the opposite of what we saw from the Battleguard gem. This one is going to benefit ranged attackers more than those melee attackers, and with that range changing, the further you are away, the more damage extra you'll be able to do, going up to that 6% at 8 yards. You're going to see benefit being something like a wizard or a demon hunter, but again, class specific. It's a good gem, giving it a rank of a B. Unity Crystal, 7.5% of all damage you take is split among party members within 9 yards using this gem. Unlocking at 2 stars reduces all damage you take by 1% for each party member using the gem. Unlocking at 3 stars reduces all damage you take by 2% for each party member using the gem. Now, I'm never a fan of doing something that mitigates damage. I would prefer to be safe and protect myself in other ways than having to use a gem to protect myself, let alone take the damage that I'm receiving and putting it upon my teammates. I don't love the concept of it, although it will keep people a little bit safer being able to distribute the damage more. I'm gonna go ahead and have to give this gem a rank of a D. Cutthroats Grin. I love the name of this one. Gains 7.5% increased critical hit chance when attacking from behind. Unlocking at 3 stars deals 6% increased damage when attacking from behind. Now, I love the idea of getting more damage. I also love the idea of the name here, Cutthroats Grin, attacking from behind. Really sounds cool. I don't love the behind part. I don't love having to maneuver myself to get behind enemies to do the extra damage, especially for a 7.5% increased critical hit chance. It's a good gem. It just takes some maneuvering to actually get the effect. We're gonna give this one a B. Fervent Fang. This one is a little confusing. Each attack you make against an enemy increases the damage it takes from your attacks by 0.75%. up to a maximum of 7.5% at 10 stacks. Unlocking at 2 stars, all damage you deal to elite monsters increase by 3%, and unlocking at 3 stars, all damage you deal to elite monsters increases by 6%. Fervent Fang is one of those confusing ones, one of those ones that can be difficult to kind of unpackage and understand, but at the end of the day, it is going to be giving you more damage and offering you more damage upon your attacks, and it's stackable up to 10. It's decent. I like it, although I don't 100% understand it. We're gonna give this one a B. The Black Rose. Each time you are attacked, you have a 10% chance to summon vines that immobilize the attacker for 1.5 seconds. Each enemy cannot be affected by this more than once every 12 seconds. And as you guys can see, this one is only available up to that 2-star mark. Now, what do I think of this gem? It's good. I like the idea of it. Again, a 10% chance to summon vines if you're being attacked. So again, you need to be attacked to have this gem take effect. I'm not in love with it, to be very honest with you. We're gonna give this one a rank of a C. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you're getting yourself 40 to 50% of the socketed items base attribute, but from the Black Rose down, everything that we just saw and are about to see, you're only gaining the 20 to 25%. Nightmare Wreath. You have a 10% chance when you kill an enemy to cause other nearby enemies to flee in fear for 1 second. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. Unlocking at 2 stars increases all damage you deal to targets afflicted with fear by 3%. Nightmare Wreath. I'm not a fan, to be honest. As someone that likes AoE, area of effect damage, meaning I like my enemies to be close so I can use that splash damage, this one is going to actually prevent that from happening because the enemies are going to flee, they're going to run away, make it more difficult for me to use that. I got to go ahead and give this gem a D. Berserker's Eye increases all damage you deal by 5%, but also increases the damage that you take by 6%, and unlocking at 2 stars, critical hit chance is increased by 3%. Yuck. No, I don't like it. I don't like where I'm gonna do more damage, but take more damage. I really just personally do not like these kinds of gems. I don't see a ton of benefit in them. I can't believe I'm gonna do it. We're gonna give this one an F. Respite Stone reduces all damage you take by 1% for every 10% of life is below maximum, up to a maximum damage reduction of 5%. So now again, we're looking at a gem that has you taking damage to see the benefits of the gem. Now with this one, the benefits are decent. You're going to be getting that damage reduction, and let's be honest, we all of course take damage inside of the game. Respite Stone is okay. Not my favorite, not my least favorite. I'm bouncing back and forth between a B and a C. I have to make a choice, so we're gonna go with a C. Carson's Invigoration increases the speed of your primary attack by 6%. Also unlocking at 2 stars, primary attack damage is increased by 5%. Now this gem was actually the topic of conversation on my live stream. Myself and Nemo really like this gem. I like the increased damage, I like the speed as well, but Dreadscythe was actually not a fan of this gem and said that he was basically using all these to upgrade other gems. Me personally, because this is my tier list and because it is my opinion, I really do like it because it's giving me 2 things that I love: more damage and more attack speed. For me, this is an S tier gem. This is one that I'm always going to be putting in. Really curious to see what Dreadscythe's comment's going to be. So if you're watching Dread, let us know down below. And not only Dreadscythe, guys, if you guys have any comments or disagree, let me know down below because we're definitely going to have differences of opinion. That's what opinions are for. And really, this is acting as a guide, showing you all the gems so you can see everything that you're going to have available. So when you get Diablo Immortal in your hands, you're prepared, you're ready, you know what you're looking for, but also giving you my opinion at the same time. So it's kind of fun. Zod Stone increases the duration of ultimate skills by 20%. Unlocking at 2 stars increases the damage done by your ultimate skills by 10%. I like the Zod Stone. I like the idea of ultimate skills getting more damage, 20%, but think about how often you get your ultimate, right? It only comes at the higher level once you're starting to rank up every 5 minutes or so. So you're only gonna see the benefit of this stone every 5 minutes. Now, of course, you're gonna save that for big bosses and big battles where it can be beneficial for you. So this is a gem where you may be putting it into your gear when you're going against a boss that you're struggling to defeat to get that extra buff, but it's not one that's gonna benefit you all of the time. When you have your skill, if you would have this all the time and if you would have your ultimate available every 15 to 20 seconds, we would be looking at an S tier gem right here. But because it's so limited on how often you could use it, I gotta give the Zod Stone a C. Chained Death increases damage done by your attacks by 1.5 per target hit, up to a maximum of 4.5 with 3 targets. Unlocking at 2 stars, Chained Death bonus damage increases to a maximum of 4 targets. This is a cool gem. It's one that I'm actually using right now, but it doesn't have the biggest change. I don't think that it's actually doing as much as you can get out of some other gems. I also don't think it's a bad gem or a bad option if you have it available in your slot. We're gonna give Chain Death a B. Now we're getting on to Mocking Laughter, which, as you could tell by its name, is one that has been laughed at since the technical alpha. In the closed alpha, I luckily do not own this gem, although we need to look a little bit deeper and see if we could actually find a use for it. Mocking Laughter. Your primary attack forces non-elite monsters it hits to attack you for 2 seconds. Unlocking at 2 stars reduces all damage you take by 3% from monsters affected by the Mocking Laughter. So how the heck are you able to use this gem? It's basically saying minus any elites that you're attacking, which are, you know, the big guys. If you hit monsters, they're then going to attack you. So you're actually aggroing monsters on you so that you're attacked. But they're going to be doing 3% less damage to you while they're attacking, which, by the way, is not a ton less. How can this be used? The only way, in my opinion, this could be used is if we can have some type of an immortal tank, like a barbarian that has healing elements to it, so it could take so much damage that it really won't be affected by the aggro, and then you could have your ranged characters behind you, like a wizard, demon hunter, maybe even a necromancer in the future. But we don't have that build yet. At this point in time, I don't find this gem to be useful in any format, but Diablo Immortal and Blizzard, the development of this game is young, and we could definitely have healing elements to it, and we could see immortal barbarian builds being created in the future. But as of right now, Mocking Laughter has to get an F. Now, the next gem we're going to be looking at, guys, is another one that's available on the free top tier of the Battle Pass at level 15. Celebs Weakening gains 6% increased damage for 60 seconds after killing an elite monster. Unlocking at 2 stars increases all damage you deal to elite monsters by 3%. Full screen, tier list on the side. Celebs Weakening is a cool gem, but it also has the issue of you needing to kill an elite monster or be going against an elite monster for it to take effect. in the game, you're not always attacking elite monsters, although it does happen kind of often. It's going to give you a good amount of increased damage for a good amount of time. A whole minute should be enough time to take down that monster, and 6% damage is respectable, but it's only specific to elite monsters. Again, I'm on the fence with this one, being it having a B or a C rating, but it is one that you could also get for free from the battle pass. So because I'm on the edge, but you're able to get this one for free, I'm gonna bump it up to the B rating rather than the C. Lowe's Focused Gaze. Your charge skills charge 10% faster. Unlocking at 2 stars increases damage done by your charge skill by 3%. Now, if you're using a character inside of the game that has charge skills, like a barbarian or a wizard or any character that has something where if you hold it down, it actually works and goes, and then when you let go, it stops, that is a charge skill. If you're using a character or a skill that has that or that has that equipped, this is a really good gem for you to use because you're going to get that charge up quicker. You're going to be able to use it more often. Now, if you're not using a charge skill, well, then Lowe's Focused Gaze is ineffective and it won't do anything for your build at all. But let's actually score this one based on the assumption that you are going to have a charge skill. In that case, I'm going to give this gem an A. Trick Shot Gem. Your channel skills consume energy 10% slower. Unlocking at 2 stars reduces all damage you take by 3% while using a channel skill. Channeling skills, charge skills. It's the same type thing, guys. If you're using a skill that has the channel effect, then you're going to get the benefits from this because you're going to be consuming the energy slower. You'll be able to have the skill longer. Same skills we were just talking about. So if you were to combine the Lowe's Focused Gaze and the Trick Shot Gem, you could be seeing some good synergy working between the two. I'm going to go ahead and give this one as well, assuming that you're using those skills, an A. And as you can see on the bottom, guys, there are more gems coming to Diablo Immortal. We are currently in the closed alpha and more gems are coming every time. Like when we got this game this time around just about a week ago, there were new gems. Exciting times. I know I was excited. So keep an eye out for new gems coming in, for me updating this tier list, because things definitely can change inside of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, found it useful, and now know more than you knew before about the legendary gems inside of Diablo Immortal. Remember, we have Diablo Immortal videos for you guys every single day, plus some live streams, so make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed and want to get more involved in the game. Another way to do that is by coming through my Discord server, where we have an amazing community building for Diablo Immortal. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. I can't wait to see you on the server. Until tomorrow with another video, guys, or until we chat in the server, be good.